When it comes to superheroes, I do have the superheroes that I like. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Superman, Batman, Black Panther, but one of my favorite and my second favorite superhero of all time is Captain America. And me, I'm not American, but I've really resonated with Captain America's character in the MCU. And I want to talk about how I enjoy this character and what I see in him that's great. So let's get this started. In Captain America, the First Avenger, he is taken under Erskine's wing. He's the skinny kid. He wants to fight. He feels like he doesn't have a right to sit out, even though he has medical issues. He feels the need to enlist. He feels like he has no right to do any less than the other guys, helping the country by being a soldier. Which, in my opinion, is very brave. And I think a lot of people could agree with that. That's a very brave quality of him. Even if he's skinny, even if he has all these medical issues. Dr. Erskine takes him under his wing and asks him, "Do you want to fight Nazis?" And he says, "No, I don't like bullies, no matter where they're from." And one thing about Captain America, he likes to do the right thing and what he thinks is right. And Dr. Erskine picked him over the other guy that was big and more muscular than him because of his traits and his qualities. And he saw in Johann Schmidt that his traits are heightened when he takes the super soldier serum. So good becomes great, bad becomes worse. And Schmidt became a worse guy. And Captain America was picked because he was a good man. And that heightened his abilities. And for example, someone like John Walker, who couldn't handle his emotions as well as Steve Rogers, became more aggressive when he took the serum. So he ends up taking the serum, and he ends up helping the Americans in World War II. And he falls in love with Peggy, and she loves him for his inner qualities, even though he's Captain America. And Captain America made that sacrifice at the very end of the film when he had to destroy the Red Skull, and he was on the ship, and he had to sort of crash that ship into the ice. He makes that sacrifice play by crashing the ship in the water. Even though Peggy is attached and he didn't get that dance with her, he still makes the selfless act to be heroic and do the right thing. In Captain America the Winter Soldier, Nick Fury introduces Steve to Project Insight, and this plan was just woeful. So Hydra pretended that they were going to eliminate threats before they commit the crime that they commit. So basically them predicting that the criminals are going to do something that they haven't had done. So Captain America already sees the flaws in it, and he thinks those guys aren't given the right to sort of change their behaviors for them to get their ideal world, for Hydra to get their ideal world, which wasn't even what they were actually doing anyway. But Captain America says that this is not freedom, this is fear, because they're literally living in fear by eliminating threats before they do shit. And then we find out that Project Insight is just a way for Hydra to just kill the people that they desire through Zola's algorithm by evaluating their past and predicting their future. And this story was awesome because Hydra were working in S.H.I.E.L.D., spreading almost like a parasite or a virus inside S.H.I.E.L.D. And this changes everything. And then Captain America is put in a position where he has to fight his best friend, and he is too kind to end up like destroying him or fighting him. So he was supported by Bucky all of those years ago when he had no one and his parents weren't with him, and Bucky was there for him. And he said, "I'm with you to the end of the line." So he wasn't going to fight him on that helicarrier. Such an emotional battle. And he ended up saving the world. Like, a lot of people could have died, but Captain America was the one to save everyone. Just with 1 second left before the helicarriers were gonna blast on people, and they ended up blasting on each other. So amazing. And he helped Falcon get into the scene. Even probably inspired Falcon even more. And he ends up going after the Winter Soldier to help him track down Hydra. Then in Civil War, things get heated because we already know that the government has issues, and Hydra was working in it for years. People were completely oblivious to the fact that this was occurring. So Steve Rogers, when presented with the Sokovia Accords, he cannot trust it. He cannot get down with this rule that forces superheroes to sort of listen to the higher ups and let them decide whether they should fight the crime or just leave it be. They should be going on their own terms. Like he said, the safest hands are still their own. They are the most noble people. They are the people that are going out here saving people. So why should they listen to these rules from these higher ups when they're the ones protecting the earth? And yes, there was a lot of destruction caused throughout the Sokovia battle, the Avengers 2012 New York battle, the Winter Soldier battle. There's a lot of stuff. Even what happened in Lagos, a lot of people died, and what happened with Wanda. Yes, mistakes like that happen. But if they don't try at all, like Captain America said, maybe they don't save anyone. And Bucky comes back, and he's struggling. He's getting toyed with by Zemo, and he literally is getting controlled and treated unfairly with that mind control thing. He's been tortured for years, and he's trying to help him throughout this whole situation because he also pulled him from the river, so that showed signs that he was coming back to his full consciousness. So Captain America helps Bucky after his mind is safe and he's been framed for killing King T'Chaka. So he stays by his side throughout the whole movie, and when he was under the mind control influence by Hydra, he killed Howard Stark and Tony Stark's mom. Yes, it's very tragic, but Tony did lash out on him. But the thing is, this is a superhero universe. He was under a mind control influence, so it wasn't actually him doing that. It wasn't his choice. He's already gone through a lot of torture. Tony's just, okay, I can see why he did it. He was emotional. He made an emotional, irrational decision because it was his parents. But, yeah, Captain America still fought for him. And he was like, he was my friend. He's my friend. And Tony Stark was like, so was I. He even abandons the shield. So he doesn't even need the shield to be Captain America at this point. In Endgame, seeing Captain America stand up to Thanos in the manner he did and lift Mjolnir was so amazing. He was truly worthy of that. He is such, he was truly worthy of the Force Hammer. And then the way he stood up to the Chitauri aliens and the Leviathans, the Black Order, the whole of Thanos' army on his own, and he had no help. And then all the superheroes came to support him because he deserved it. It was just brilliant. And yeah. And these are just my thoughts on why I love Captain America. So, yeah. Peace out.